Remember me in a Bible cracked and faded by the years.
Remember what some people call the good old days, when times were perceived as different? How many times have you heard someone say that back in my day? Rockford at one time was a manufacturing powerhouse in the 1800s. It manufactured many things, furniture, bolts, screws. There are many buildings, though, today that are now vacant, sitting, rotting away, waiting for the hopeful redevelopment or making it ready for people to come and work and to play. But at one time, there were great things happening at these buildings, if you just remember. But as every year goes by, the memories continue to fade, unless someone talks about them and continues the legacy that began over a century ago. We must remember. Remembering was important to the people of the biblical times, because in those days there was no printing press and few scrolls. There was no books, computers, magazines, internet, email, photographs, video cameras, or newspapers. Few people could read or write. Therefore, a person, a community's, and a nation's history often had to be committed to memory and passed along from generation to generation by word of mouth. In Deuteronomy chapter number 6, verse 12, it says Moses issued a final warning to Israel just before they entered the promised land. Beware, lest you forget the Lord who brought you out of the land of Egypt. The meaning of this Hebrew word for memorial is to remember. Given man's propensity to forget, it is little wonder then that the memorials have frequently played an important role in biblical history. Sometimes we as Christians need to stop along life's road and look back. Although it may seem like it's been a long and winding and very steep road, we can see how God directed us by His faithfulness. When we face difficulties, we sometimes forget about God's past faithfulness. We see only the detours and the dangerous path. But look back, and you will also see the joy of victory, the challenge of the climb, and the presence of your traveling companion who has promised to never leave you, to never forsake you, even until the end of this world. We would like to invite you out this weekend to Firstborn Ministries as we start a new series called Remember. You will not want to miss this series starting this weekend and concluding on Easter Sunday. We look forward to seeing you at 10 a.m. this Sunday at Firstborn Ministries, where we are taking Jesus as He is to people as they are.
When the children leave their Sunday school with smiles.